first off, thank you very much for coming today. We have a great opportunity for the first time to celebrate Girls and Women's in Sports National Day. Today is that official day today. So I wanted to thank everyone for first and foremost playing in sports and being involved with sports, so good job. I want to give a very special thanks to Coach Larkin and Coach French. It was their ideas today to get the girls together.
All right, so I'm the varsity basketball coach here, and I just want to say I hope I see some of you. I'm going to be watching you. I'm going to start recruiting you right now. Okay, I hope I can see you in a few years up at the high school level. And you know, take the time tonight to talk to some of the older girls, find out what it's like to play basketball at the high school level, see if they like it. I hope they do because they're all still here. It is a lot of work. I'm telling you that right now. It is a lot of work to play high school basketball. You play at least five times a week, if as far as practices and games are concerned, 5 times a week, if not 6. Sometimes we practice on Saturdays too. Believe it? Serious stuff now when you get older. So you have to practice really hard right now. And another important factor, actually there's 2 important factors. One, always thank your parents and remember your parents. They do a lot of work for you. They bring you here, they drive you there, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to all these places. All right, so make sure you always thank them and appreciate them for everything that they do for you. Secondly, school. Always remember, school is so important because without school, you can't have basketball. Okay, so make sure you always remember to study your school, do your schoolwork. All right, aim for honors. Aim to get the best grades you can. Okay. All right. So, well, this is Mr. French. He's the JV coach in the program here. And before we go, I just want to introduce. This is Mr. Duggan, president of the Flames. So here he is. He's going to speak. Say a few words. Thanks.
I'm going to speak very briefly because I'm really here to introduce someone that I brought along. But it's great that all you guys all play sports. I've been involved with women's and girls sports since I was about 22 years old. I coached softball for 15 years. I actually met my wife on the softball field, and I've been coach basketball and been running the Flames for the last 15 years. So I think it's great that you guys are all involved in sports, and this is a really special day. So I just like Ann to talk to you a little bit briefly about how basketball and athletics can help you out outside of the athletic field as well.
How are you all? How many of you have just started playing basketball? Okay. How many of you have played for a couple years? Okay. How many of you are maybe on your middle school, junior high team, high school team? Okay. And then I have only one more question, and I won't make you feel like you're in school any longer. How many of you want to play college basketball? If it's not college basketball, how many of you want to play a sport in college? That's really great. I grew up in a small town in upstate New York. You all know where Canada is? Yeah? So basically there's the top of New York, and then there's Canada, and then that's where I grew up. So I grew up in this really rural town. There wasn't a lot around, but there was one college in the town, and it was called Plattsburgh State University. So when I was playing basketball, just like all of you, the only team that came to speak to us was the Plattsburgh State men's basketball team. And I was like, oh, we would get so excited. We were jazzed. The guys are coming to talk to us. And I never even knew there was a women's basketball. So, and I'm 34. That was in the early 90s. So to see how far it's come and to be a part of this day, and when Jim asked, I was just blown away that I could be able to have the opportunity to speak to all of you about this wonderful day about women in sports. And all the women that have come before you to put you in this position. My parents would get up every Saturday morning at 6:30 and cart me to the YMCA, and I grew up in upstate New York. It's like a frozen tundra up there. And the YMCA didn't even really have heat, so we would be doing this. Our parents would be rubbing our arms to keep us warm, and they sat there. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't fun for them. And they carted me everywhere. I was so fortunate, so I said to my folks at Christmas, I'm like, thank you. You know, I'm 34 years old, and I'm finally able to say to my parents, more than anything, with a joyful expression of thanks. They gave up everything for me as a young woman that wanted to aspire to be like all these great athletes. They gave up pretty much their whole middle adult life to take me everywhere. And it gave me so much confidence and so much pride that they were able to do that. And I went on to play college basketball. I was a college basketball coach. I was one of the youngest coaches in Division III at the time. It was an amazing experience. I've traveled all around the world. I've been to England, I've been to London, I've been to Scotland, I've been on both coasts, all from basketball. So being able to be a part of that and being able to be on a team and being able to go back to something that you did that you're able to fight through, you won't realize it now, but all these life lessons, all these things that your coaches are telling you, all the things your parents are telling you, you're going to be a day thinking like you're going to be at work. Whoa, trust me, every day I get up for work, I'm like, I can't believe I go to work every day. You're going to get to that point and you're just going to look back and say, thank gosh I had my teammates, because now you're going to have your coworkers. And you're going to know how to work in a team, because this day and age you can't do anything without having teammates, right? You are at this awesome opportunity. The world is your oyster right now, and you have to take advantage of it as young women. You are our future generation. You are the ones that are going to make decisions for all of us. So, take advantage of all these wonderful opportunities that are ahead of you. And I do follow you. I live in Merrimack, and I do follow your team. So I know I follow your successes, and I know what's going on. So hopefully I'll learn some names so I can talk to some of you. But take advantage of every opportunity that's here. Look around at all these wonderful people. Use your amazing coaches. And more importantly, thank your parents. Because without your parents, and your coach, she says it too, but people used to say that, you say, thank your parents, you'd go up and be like, thanks. Really thank them. Someday when they're least expecting it, just give them that nice hug and say, thanks for supporting me. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to be great. So learn a lot, have fun, and thanks for listening to me. You guys are a great group.